This is the only heat of the 5 that has a full field. There's a withdrawal or 2 from the rest. So Gary Higgs, the 26th highest qualifier from WA, 5 times runner-up in the WA title, including the last 2. On his outside is Ian Brims, who is the 38th highest qualifier. They're both much better than that. Into the main straight, the green lights come on. We're away on night number 2. The V8 Super Sedans down into turn number 1. Gary Higgs, the leader from Ian Brims. Back then in 3rd place, Jamie Collins. And coming around on the outside is Adam Beachy. Sorry, it's not Adam Beachy. It is Nicola, in fact, as they move into the main straight. Mick Nicola Jr. But it's Gary Higgs who leads lap number 1. Back in 2nd place is Ian Brims. 3rd place is Mick Nicola Jr. In 4th place, Jamie Collins. Then back to Adam Beachy in 5th. 6th place would be car number 23 of Andrew White, or David Mush it is, and then Andrew White, then Lucas Roberts, and the tail is Brett Coleman. 2 down and 10 to go, and they're in the low 17s, so 17.679 the track record, so 16.706, and it's the West Australian veteran Gary Higgs out in front. 2nd place, another veteran, Ian Brims in 2nd. Back then to Mick Nicola Jr. in 3rd place. 4th place is Jamie Collins. Up high on the track is Adam Beachy. Back then in 6th place is David Mush. As they make their way into the back straight, Gary Higgs is doing the best at the moment. They head down the back straight. Good battle for 2nd place and a battle then for 4th, but it's Gary Higgs out in front. 17.025 by Mick Nicola the last time around. 17.3 that time by Gary Higgs, the race leader. Brims in 2nd place, and 3rd place Mick Nicola Jr. Jamie Collins 4th, back then to Adam Beachy in 5th, and then back to David Mush. Lucas Roberts is next. Further back to Andrew White and Brett Coleman. 5 down and 7 to go in the opening heat of the night. Gary Higgs in front, Ian Brims in 2nd place. Back in 3rd place, Mick Nicola Jr. Then a gap to Jamie Collins and David Mush. Behind them is Lucas Roberts. The battle is now for 2nd place. Ian Brims, and right behind him, the quick car on track, Mick Nicola Jr. At the halfway mark in the opening heat, and Gary Higgs out in front. Gary Higgs has done a 16.786, just outside the track record, which is a 16.706. So Gary Higgs very close to the track record now. Back then to Ian Brims in 2nd place. Mick Nicola Jr. 3rd, and a long gap back then to Jamie Collins. Down the main straight, a 16.9 by Gary Higgs. Back to Brims, Mick Nicola Jr. Jamie Collins leads the chasing pack. David Mush is next, then Lucas Roberts. Adam Beachy's going backwards. So they come out of Pitts Bend with 4 laps to go. Gary Higgs out in front. 2nd place is that of Ian Brims, and right behind him is Mick Nicola Jr. Back then to the length of the straight to Jamie Collins in 4th. Mush 5th, then back then in 6th is Lucas Roberts. Behind him Andrew White, Adam Beachy is 2nd last, and Brett Coleman. 3 laps to go in the opening heat of night number 2, and it's the West Australian out in front, Gary Higgs. This time around to 16.787. Back then to Ian Brims and Mick Nicola Jr. There'll be a ding-dong battle for the minor placings. Further back then to Jamie Collins and David Mush. 2 laps to go this time around for the West Australian. Gary Higgs out in front, has led from the get-go. 2 down, 2 laps remaining. 17.096 that time around. Brims Nicola Jr. is next. Back then to Jamie Collins, David Mush, and then the 0 car is in 6th place of Lucas Roberts. White flag to come out this time around. Gary Higgs from WA in front. Oh, Brims has run very wide. Into 2nd place now goes Mick Nicola Jr. Brims back to 3rd. Jamie Collins is 4th. Then in 5th place, the 12 of David Mush. But down the back straight, the final time. One of West Australia's best drivers for a long, long time. Gary Higgs is first across the line in heat number 16. 2nd is Mick Nicola Jr., then Ian Brims 3rd. Back then to Jamie Collins in 4th place, then David Bush. 6th place will be the 0 of Lucas Roberts. For 7th is Andrew White. Back then to Adam Beachy in 8th, and Brett Coleman will round out the field in car number 14. 3 minutes 25.952. The winning margin 2.396. Gary Higgs set a time of 16.787, just outside the track record, and he defeats Mick Nicola Jr. and Ian Brims in heat 16.
Hello Gary, what a drive mate. You were just outside the track record, so the track is obviously working for you.
Yeah, no, we worked all day on the car and found a few problems, and finally got it sorted out, so hopefully we can try and go forward from here. The track was awesome, yeah.
Yeah, you looked good. You were pretty comfortable out in front. There was a heck of a battle going on behind you there, and a bit of swapping backwards and forwards with young junior, Mick Nicola Junior. You're finally getting up to pick the two up. But there was a fight all the way back through, but you looked very comfortable. The track, as you said, it looked like it was working for you, and I think you'll go back and put on a happy face and get ready for the rest of it.
Yeah, well, I wasn't so happy yesterday starting from down the back and having a few crashes and stuff, but the car's back on track, so we can smile again.
No worries. Good luck with the rest of it, Gary. Gary Hicks in the 81 car. Long way to come from West Australia, but it all worked for him.
Ryan Alexander, the 7th highest qualifier with Kurt Kronitis, the 37th highest qualifier, David McKenzie, who's 30th on points, Jason Picone 35th on points, Gavin Northfield 23rd on points, Kim Jury 22nd on points, and Lee Williams 13th on points. Ryan Alexander, you would expect, would be very hard to beat in this one, and it'll catapult him right up the point score as the next two races are chock full of those in the top 10. Here we go, 12 laps of the journey. They're away and racing, and the South Australian champion Ryan Alexander leads them down into turn number 1. And it was a little bit of roughhouse tactics at the end of the main straight, and Jason Picone is up and over the curb, spins out. Will he stay there? The green lights remain on for the moment. Out of turn 4, the yellows have come on. So Jason Picone in car number 22 will get a restart. So Ryan Alexander from South Australia started on pole in this very event 2 years ago in Albany, Western Australia. Gets us underway. The South Australian champion, Kurt Kronitis, is there in second place at the moment in the blue car. So move out of turn number 2, Dave McKenzie in third. Here comes Kim Jury. So head down the back straight. Lee Williams comes up on the outside of Kim Jury. Jason Picone comes underneath of Gavin Northfield, but our race leader skipped away. And if we're going to see a track record, it will be in this race, I would suspect. With Ryan Alexander off the front, he's already opening up a massive lead. It's up over 1.5 seconds. So he comes out of Pitts Bend. The track record is 16.706. So he moves down the main straight. That's a 17.252. Trouble here for Lee Williams from Queensland in car number 4. He gets going now. Our race leader is long gone though, out by 2.5 seconds. And this is going to be a one-horse affair, very close for the minors. As he moves down the main straight, you can hardly hear it as he comes past us, a 17.7. Back in second place, it's Kurt Kronitis. Third place, Kim Jury, and in fourth position is that of Dave McKenzie. Back then to Gavin Northfield, but he is going to absolutely thrash them in this one. 4 laps down and 8 to go. That time around's a 17.252. It's getting closer and closer to the track record. Second place is the 56 of Kronitis. Back in third place is Kim Jury. Around the outside of Kim Jury now goes Dave McKenzie. Northfield is trying to do so as well. Ryan Alexander this time is a 17.342. Got a little bit of work to do to get the track record. Here's Kurt Kronitis in second place. Third place is that of Dave McKenzie. Back then in fourth place, Kim Jury. Then in fifth place, it's Gavin Northfield, but they're a long, long way behind. He's half a lap in front at the halfway mark, and there's a horrible chance for the rest of them. He's going to lap them before this one is out. That's all Ryan Alexander. Kurt Kronitis in second place. Back then to Dave McKenzie, Kim Jury, and then Gavin Northfield. And at the tail of the 6 still going is Jason Picone with Lee Williams on the infield. That time around was a 17.914 by Ryan Alexander. He can almost see the remainder of the field. Into the main straight, Kurt Kronitis, one of the new brigade in Super Sedans here in New South Wales, moves, or still in second place, holding off the entire field basically. They're 3 wide behind him. So head down the back straight. Kim Jury in the middle, on the outside Dave McKenzie, and also there Gavin Northfield. Kronitis runs wide, and that's a bad mistake because here comes the rest of them. Into second place now moves McKenzie. Jury, Kronitis has gone from chocolates to boiled lollies from second to last in the matter of half a turn, and Ryan Alexander can see the whole field. Down out of turn 3 and 4 he'll come as the rest of them come into the main straight. McKenzie in second place, Northfield, then Jury. Further back then to Picone and Kronitis, and Ryan Alexander will get the white flag next time around. He is nearly going to lap the entire field. Trouble in front of him though. Northfield spun. So too did Kim Jury. The yellow lights have come on, and he led by 14.132 seconds, and he'll have to do it again with 10 down or 9 down and 3 to go. Race leader, car number 47, Ryan Alexander from Dave McKenzie. Picone in third, Kurt Kronitis and Kim Jury. Around the cone they go, and he's already skipped right away. So Ryan Alexander's going to bank some big points there. No, he's not. Oh, put the kiss of death on him. I don't know what Ryan Alexander's done. He's making a race of it though, because now out in front, well, I looked down for a moment and now Dave McKenzie's in front. So I'm not sure what happened to Ryan Alexander. We've got 2 to go. They move out at turn number 2 and down the back straight. Alexander's back in front. White flag to come out this time around. And Ryan Alexander has got his mojo back. Well, that gave us all a bit of a heart flutter, but the system's been restored. He's getting away once again. So Ryan Alexander out in front, Dave McKenzie in second place, back in third place Jason Picone, then Kim Jury, and at the tail it's Kurt Kronitis. And well, after a scare he's going to romp in either way. Put your hands together for Ryan Alexander, first across the line, second to Dave McKenzie, Jason Picone is third, fourth is 93 Kim Jury, and fifth across the line is Kurt Kronitis. No time for the race due to the stoppage. 1.536 was the winning margin in the end, and Ryan Alexander set the quick lap of 17.252. He defeats David McKenzie and Jason Picone in heat number 17.
Oh, Ryan, there would have been a bit of a scare there. What went wrong down the back straight? I know Dave McKenzie would have had a grin from ear to ear, but what went wrong?
We just lost all fuel pressure coming out of turn 2 there, so I just rolled out of it and it picked back up, so we got going again, so we're really lucky there.
You're not wrong. I think Dave McKenzie would have had a grin from ear to ear for a long time if he had won that one, but it was a good race. You weren't quite on the lap record. You were in the very low 17s. The lap record come almost close in that last race. They almost got it, but you were just in the low 17s. So your car going well, everything's going good?
Yeah, it's going good. We're a little bit off, but we've got a little bit of work to do, and we'll get it sorted for the next race. I'd just like to take the opportunity to thank National Karate, Royal Precision Lubricants, Acura Removals, NZ, Adelaide Computer Tax Services, Gavin, everyone that does an amazing job, Mike Stewart Engine, everyone, thank you all so much, everyone in the pits, Dale, Mum, Dad, Pete, Steve and Wendy for letting me drive their car, Geezer, everyone down there, they all did an amazing effort to keep us out here.
No worries, Ryan, we'll let you get back in the pits and get ready for the next one. Good luck.
The next one's no slouch either. 1, 2, 3 and 11 are in the next one. So this heat and the next one's going to go a long way to deciding things. Mark O'Brien will bring them to the line. Heat number 18 of the national title promises to be an absolute rip snorter. They're away and racing down the main straight the first time. Oh, and there's a hip and shoulder at the end of the main straight by Mark O'Brien on Trent Wilson as they move out of turn 2. Still in rows of 2. Down the back straight, Mark O'Brien from Trent Wilson. On the outside, Dale Christensen. On the inside of them is that of Adam Box. And the back markers, the top 4 qualifiers, haven't made any advance at this stage. Back to Wayne Randall in 5th place and Matty Pascoe. Back then in 7th place is Mick Nicola, and on the outside of him would be that of Steve Latham. Out in front though, they move into the main straight, 2 down and 10 to go. Trent Wilson out in front from Mark O'Brien. Then we've got Christensen on the inside of Adam Box. 3 wide further back on the outside is Steve Latham. On the inside, Wayne Randall, Matt Pascoe goes through. Adam Box has been spat out the back, and coming through also is Mick Nicola. Out of Pitts Bend, they've got a bit of work to do to catch Trent Wilson out in front. O'Brien in 2nd place, Christensen 3rd, back in 4th place, car number 6 of Wayne Randall. Following them through is Matt Pascoe. On his outside is Steve Latham, and then Mick Nicola Senior is the next car, and then Adam Box at the tail. But Trent Wilson is leading them a merry dance at the moment. 4 down and 8 to go, 3 across the track. Pascoe sit right underneath of Christensen and also Steve Latham. Moved into 4th place, following Wayne Randall through from the back. Latham moves up into 5th, Christensen back to 6th. Mick Nicola is 2nd last, and then back to Adam Box. But Trent Wilson moves down the main straight again. This time's at 18-second lap. Back to Mark O'Brien in second place. Wayne Randall third. He's under pressure from Matt Pascoe. Back then to Steve Latham in fifth place. Christensen in sixth. Back then to Mick Nicola Sr. And at the tail is Adam Box. Halfway home in heat number 18 of the national title. And Trent Wilson has skipped right away. O'Brien in second place. Right behind him is Wayne Randall. Coming underneath of Randall now is Manny Pascoe. And then back then to the Steve Latham. Pascoe and Randall run side by side now. Up behind Mark O'Brien. Nearly three across the track once again. As they come into the main straight, Trent Wilson's long gone. O'Brien from Queensland in second. Wayne Randall and Manny Pascoe there as well. The Tasmanian Steve Latham in fifth place. Back then to the 22 of Christensen, Mick Nicola, and then Adam Box. Wayne Randall's out off the curb. Coming through the inside is Matt Pascoe. Nearly three across the track again. Mark O'Brien is out in front in second place. Randall's got a flat tyre and being told in my earpiece. And right behind him is Manny Pascoe and Steve Latham. The yellows have come on as Adam Box has spun at the back of the field. And the massive lead that Trent Wilson had has all gone. Well, this is going to make things interesting. Wayne Randall, I've been told, has a flat tyre or a deflating tyre in the 6 car. And Trent Wilson had split the scene. Racing. Down the main straight they come. Trent Wilson just in front. Second place, Mark O'Brien. Here comes Matt Pascoe. He's got underneath of the 6 of Wayne Randall, moves into third place. So Pascoe's now starting to make his presence felt as they move out of pit span into the main straight. This is far from over. Wilson just in front from O'Brien. We're going to get a blanket finish, you feel. Here comes Pascoe looking to the outside. O'Brien had thoughts of the inside. Latham tries to the inside now, the 6 of Wayne Randall. There's 3 across the track now for the lead. O'Brien on the inside of Wilson. Wilson holds them at bay. On the outside is the 1 car of Matt Pascoe from Queensland. Then we've got Latham on the inside of car 6 of Wayne Randall. Out of turn 2, down the back straight, the laps are ticking by. As they move down into turn number 3, into the main straight, the white flag should be coming out. As they come down the main straight, the white flag should be out now. And the 1 car in front is Matt Pascoe. Down into turn number 2, Wilson in second place, Mark O'Brien third. Checkered flag should be now coming out on track. This is going to go 1 lap too many. It's going to end in disaster. As they come out of turn number 4, the white flag coming out 1 lap late. Back in second place, the 44 of Wilson. Then the 99 of O'Brien. Then Latham is next. Then back then to car number 6 of 1 of Mick Nicola, and the 6 car unfortunately has run out of tyre. Down the back straight, unfortunately it doesn't make any difference. It's going to go 13 laps, but the positions have not changed. First across the line is Matt Pascoe, Wilson second, back then to O'Brien and Latham. 5th place will go the way of Mick Nicola, and then Dale Christensen rounds out the 6 in heat number 18.
Hello, Matty. You had to work awful hard for that one.
Yeah, that was pretty good. We need one of these tracks up at home. This is unreal, and yeah, congratulations to Moama for putting on such a great racetrack and all the fans for coming out. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it got fairly hectic there for a while. Randall got a flat left rear you wouldn't have known about. He was right there having a good battle, but his left rear went down and sort of shot his race completely. But yeah, the O'Brien hasn't been going all that quick, but he certainly put on a good show there for a while.
Yeah, both him and Wayne and Trent are all running good up the front there, and yeah, just luckily enough, Trent had a bit of a push over there and I could get back under him and get the win, so good points.
Well, the couple now, so it puts you a bit further up than where you know it hadn't started all that good earlier on, but you moved a bit further up the scale now.
Yeah, that should put us up in the front 2 rows hopefully, and yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens in the final now.
No worries, good luck for the final.
Two and 3 in this race, and Darren Kane 11th on points at the front. This should be an absolute rip snorter. Into the main straight they come, 12 laps. The penultimate heat of the national title is all go, and Wayne Dillon leads him into turn number 1. Darren Kane in second place. There'll be charges coming everywhere in this one. On the inside is Sean Black. Back in 4th place is Ash Bergmere as they move down the back straight. And coming up into 5th place now from further back would be Wayne Dick. Into the main straight, Darren Kane out in front. Dillon in second place, Sean Black third. Bergmere 4th, Blenkiron in 5th place. Dick 6th, back then to Callum Harper. And at the tail of the field is Chris Pavlovich, the West Australian champion. But it is the 3-time national champion out in front, Darren Kane, an 18.131 for lap number 1. He's cruised away. Down the main straight he comes. Second place is Wayne Dillon from Tasmania. On the outside is Ash Bergmere. On the inside is Cardiff 26 of Sean Black. Back then to Callum Harper, who's moved up to 5th place. On the outside of him, it looks as though it's Paul Blenkiron. So move into the main straight, Darren Kane out in front. Dillon in 2nd place. 3rd place is Ash Bergmere, and back then to Sean Black. Back in 5th place is the Australian champion, and he has a lot of work to do because the national champion 3 times over, Darren Kane, has absolutely split the scene. They're 3 across the track under the full moon in Bidsbend. In 2nd place, Wayne Dillon. 3rd place, it's Ash Bergmere, and back then in 4th is the 26 of Sean Black. Back in 5th place, it's the national champion, Callum Harper. Behind them, Paul Blenkiron, then Wayne Dick and Chris Pavlovich. Into the main straight they come. It's all Darren Kane. On the inside of Wayne Dillon is the 16 of Bergmere. They cross the line together. Back in 4th place at 26 of Sean Black, and the national champions in 5th. Back then to Blenkiron in 6th. Then we got Dick, and at the tail it is Chris Pavlovich. A great battle for the minor placings, but this car out in front is going to romp home. Down the main straight, we've got 6 down. 6 laps down and 6 laps to go. Our race leader is Darren Kane, coming up to complete lap number 7 now. 7 down and 5 laps to go. 2nd place is Bergmere. 3rd place at 26 car of Sean Black. Underneath of him goes car number 1, Callum Harper, and moves into 3rd. Back then in 5th place of 48 of Wayne Dillon. They come up now with 4 laps remaining. 4 laps to go in heat number 19 of the national title. Bergmere in 2nd place. 3rd place, car number 1, Callum Harper. 4th place is Sean Black. Back then to Wayne Dillon, but he's absolutely romping away with it. This time around there'll be 3 laps remaining in heat number 19, 3 laps to go. Back in 2nd place, it is Ash Bergmere. Callum Harper in 3rd place. Then the 26 car runs in 4th with this Sean Black. A gap back then to Wayne Dillon in 5th place, and behind them is Paul Blenkiron. They come out of turn number 4. 2 laps to go this time around. Our race leader is car number 36 in Darren Kane. He's absolutely split the scene. Back in 2nd place, it's Ash Bergmere. Right behind him is Callum Harper, and then back to Sean Black. Callum Harper moves underneath of Ash Bergmere. Can't quite get it done there. Here comes the race leader though, with 1 lap to go. White flag on display for our race leader in car 36. The battles for the minor placings. 2 and 1 in points after night number 1. Running 2nd and 3rd in this one. It's Bergmere in 2nd, Harper in 3rd. But here is our winner. Put your hands together for Darren Kane, first across the line in heat number 19. Kane is first. A run for the line for 2nd. Bergmere on the outside hangs on. Bergmere 2nd, Callum Harper 3rd. Sean Black will be 4th, Wayne Dillon 5th. Back behind them is Paul Blenkiron. Then behind them it is going to be Wayne Dick, and last is Chris Pavlovich. No time for the race. The winning margin is 5.47 seconds, and Darren Kane set the quick lap of 17.843. Darren Kane first, Ash Bergmere 2nd, and Callum Harper 3rd in heat number 19.
We're down here with Darren now. What are you, saving the best till last, were you? You've won that one by a bit over 5.47 seconds, so you were pretty comfortably out there in front, but there was a battle and a half going back on, and Callum Harper only got up to 3rd from the back, so he didn't get right up there. Ash just held him off in the end.
Yeah, we couldn't be any worse than we was last night, mate. We were shit. So, yeah, we come up with a bit of stuff today, and the car feels comfortable now, and you've got to have the car be pretty comfortable for those 40 laps, and yeah, hopefully gives us a better starting spot, hopefully in the top 8, and you know, I've won it many times from back outside the 10, so anything can happen.
Well, that's it. It's an Aussie title, as you say. Anything can happen in it. And the track, you can virtually run anywhere you like.
Yeah, it's pretty racy. A lot better than last night. It was a bit of lockdown on the earlier heats down the bottom, but then it widened up. So it's pretty much like it was last night already. So it should be really good.
All right, we'll let you get back in there and get sorted out. Good luck, Darren Kane, our winner of Heat 19.
16 after other drivers' results. So they have to get a good result here to slip back in to the top 16 and push some other people out. Here we go, the final qualifier is all go. Down into turn number 1, Wayne Aylett and Neil Whitnish lead them through in rows of 2. The 2 car comes and makes it a row at 3 as they head down the back straight. He gets crossed up and the lead 2 cars all of a sudden have a big advantage as they move out of turn number 3 and 4. Oh, smoke coming out of the 2 car. And the back suspension's gone. The wheels, the rear end's gone on Peter Nicola. And Peter Nicola is not going to qualify for the A main. The yellow lights have had to come on. The rear end has totally gone on car number 2. And Peter Nicola is out. Racing once again. The final qualifying heat back underway. Only a small field left, but this could be an absolute ripper. Could be the race of the weekend. So move out of turn number 2. Whitnish, Aylett, then back to Fisher. Then in 4th place is Anning and Towers. So move out of Pitts Bend to complete lap number 2 of 12. Out in front, Neil Whitnish. 2nd place, Wayne Aylett. Kyle Fisher looking to come underneath as they head into turn number 1. Whitnish has run, Aylett has run wide. Anning moves to 3rd. Aylett goes back to 4th. And at the tail is Mark Towers. All of a sudden, it's a race in 2 with Fisher to try and mow down Neil Whitnish. Down the main straight they come. Anning in 3rd place. 4th place, Wayne Aylett and Mark Towers in 5th. 3 down and 9 laps to go. And whoops. Wayne Aylett has stopped the car over on turn number 2. On come the cautions. And from a commentator's point of view, thank goodness they have, because they were spread out like Brown's cows. And we'll do it again. 3 down and 9 to go when this one gets back underway. Racing once again, the final qualifier back underway around the cone. 9 laps to go. And you can almost drive a London bus underneath of Neil Whitnish. And that London bus is a black and yellow one driven by Kyle Fisher, but he couldn't make it stick down there in turn number 2. So they move into the main straight. Whitnish still in front. And he's actually driven a wave now from Fisher. Back then to Anning, Towers, and in 5th place the 65 of Wayne Aylett. Out of turn 2 and back down the back straight. And he's going well, Neil Whitnish. He'll come up to complete lap number 5 this time. And 7 laps to go. Whitnish comes into the main straight. 2nd place is the 41 of Kyle Fisher. Back then to Anning, Towers and Aylett. No changes position and doesn't look like being any at this stage. So Neil Whitnish will come up to the halfway mark. 6 down and 6 to go. So they start to run higher and higher on the racetrack. Whitnish out in front. Fisher 2nd, Anning 3rd. Back then to Towers and Aylett. And the margin 1st to 2nd is 1.5. It's 1.8 2nd to 3rd. It's 1.1 3rd to 4th. And it's 1.3 4th to 5th. You can get my predicament. They're spread out like Brown's cows with 5 to go. Whitnish out in front. Fisher in 2nd place. Anning 3rd. Towers is the closest. He's 0.8 of a second behind the 3rd place car of Anning. Back then to Aylett. So move out of Pitts Bend yet again. 4 laps to go in the final qualifier, which is going to go the way of Neil Whitnish unless something dramatic happens. Back then to Fisher in 2nd place. 3rd place is Anning in 21. Now, Whitnish was 25th on points. He's got 36 points coming his way at the end of this race. This could be enough to actually put him into a main position. We'll have to wait and see. 3 laps to go for Whitnish. Fisher in 2nd, Anning 3rd, Towers, then back to Aylett at the tail. So 3rd and 4th is where the action is, about 5 car lengths separating them. Our race leader is well clear, has 2 laps to go. Whitnish, Fisher, Anning, Towers, and last of the 5 is Wayne Aylett. And the white flag coming out for the last time in qualifying heats. Neil Whitnish has 1 to run. That time around an 18.404. Back then to Kyle Fisher in 2nd place. Then Anning and Towers. And then the 5th place car is Wayne Aylett. But all the qualifying heats are done, ladies and gentlemen. All 20 of them. We can tell you where they're starting shortly. But here's our winner of the lucky last. Great drive by Neil Whitnish. 2nd home is Kyle Fisher. 3rd place goes the way of Darren Anning. Mark Towers 4th. Wayne Aylett 5th. No time for the race due to the stoppage. The winning margin was 5.036. The quick lap is 17.892 by Neil Whitnish. He defeats Kyle Fisher and Darren Anning in the lucky last.
All right, we'll just wait for Neil to get his window net down. Now, Neil, it must be 25 years since I've last interviewed you for winning. Not that you haven't won races since then, but I haven't got to interview you. He's got a grin from ear to ear, as you'll probably see on the... You've done well, Neil. It was a good run there. You'd be pretty happy with that.
We needed the points, mate. We're just out of there. Those points are going to help, and that's what you need tonight. That's what we want to be here for, and that's what you need, is the points. So the car's groused. We just haven't had a chance to have a real good run.
I heard Jason saying up there it puts you very close to making it.
I hope so, mate. I hope so. I can't go through 2 races.
So you're getting a bit old for that, you reckon?
No, the races are just getting longer.
How are you finding the track, mate?
Oh, the track's awesome. The whole lot. Dave Roberts has done an awesome job. ESSA with all the support from everyone. It's been so professional. It's just been an honour to be a part of all this, Maury. And it's good to see you too.
Hey, thanks, mate. Neil and I go back a lot of years. Too many years to remember. From the days when you had an old HK Monaro. We'd all love to have one in our shed now, but even as a race car.
Yeah, mate, I'd love to also have me hatchback, but that's not there either.
Good on you, Neil. Neil Whitnish, our winner of our last heat. I'll tally up the points, and you never know, mate, we might see you on the podium.